I don't know what Brian Daboll did to piss the NFL schedule makers off, but they have it out for him this year. He ticked off the wrong people because the New York Giants have the toughest schedule in the NFL this season. And normally, when you have a team like them that comes in last place in their division, they're supposed to get an easier schedule the following year, but that isn't the case this year, man. The New York Giants, not only are they playing in a loaded division with the NFC East having the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles still having the God Squad. You got the Commanders who gave Jaden Daniels even more talent than what he had to work with last year. So they still are going to be a really good team. And you got a Cowboys team that is being a little bit underestimated this year. Injuries were a main reason why their season went the way that it did last year. Now they're fully healthy and they still have one of the better rosters in the NFL. So not only are the New York Giants in an incredibly difficult division, but then they got to play two of the other toughest divisions in the NFL this season with the AFC West, who's going to have 4 future Hall of Fame coaches that the Giants got to go up against. Every team in the AFC West that the Giants are going to play not just has solid or really good quarterback play, but they also are going to have really good defenses that they're going to be matched up against. Then they got to play the gauntlet that is the NFC North with a division that had 3 playoff teams last year from this division. The Lions, the Vikings, the Packers, all were in the postseason, and they all can be in the playoffs this year along with a revamped and an improved Chicago Bears squad with Ben Johnson taking over as the head coach. The only easy games that you can look at on the Giants schedule and say, yeah, that's a guaranteed win, are the New Orleans Saints and possibly the New England Patriots. You see, the issue for the Giants is not that they have a bad team, because honestly, after the draft, I felt like the Giants were a sleeper team until I saw how tough their schedule was. They got a pretty decent supporting cast around Russell Wilson. You got 2 really good running backs in Cam Scatterboo, Tyron Tracy, who had a really overlooked rookie season. They got a pretty solid defense as well. Their defensive line is going to be scary. You got Sexy Dexy. You got Brian Burns, Abdul Carter. Let's not forget about Kayvon Thibodeau. I mean, if you were to put the New York Giants in the NFC South or the AFC South, they probably win those divisions. And Brian Daboll isn't a bad coach. He's one of the best offensive minds in the league, but he's been dealt a pretty bad hand by the NFL schedule makers, and it looks like they're trying to get him fired. That's what you can only assume with how difficult this schedule is. I mean, you have no room to breathe. Every week you're playing up against a playoff caliber football team. And yes, the games do have to get played, but is it unrealistic to say that the Giants are going to go 1-16 this year? Because, I mean, how many wins do you see on this schedule? I mean, best case scenario, they get the 7 wins. They split with both the Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. They beat the Las Vegas Raiders, and they come away with a few upsets elsewhere. They take care of business against the Patriots and the Saints, and maybe they get lucky against the Chiefs or the Detroit Lions. But not only does a lot have to go right for Brian Daboll to save his job this year, but he essentially needs a miracle, because I don't really know what the expectations are from the Giants ownership to want to keep Brian Daboll around for another season, because it seems like they are expecting this to be a playoff team, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And I think it's unrealistic to expect for the Giants to make it to the playoffs with the state that their roster is in right now, and also with how difficult this schedule is. Now, Brian Daboll has to win 7 games to stick around for another year. Okay, that's viable. I could see that happening. I wouldn't be against the New York Giants keeping him around if they can get the 6-7 wins. Because with how difficult this schedule is, 6-7 wins is the equivalent to 10 wins playing in the NFC South or the AFC South. Because it's just unfair to have a schedule this difficult And he pissed off the wrong people, man, because I don't know what he said to the NFL schedule makers to just have no mercy on him this season, but it looks like they're trying to get both him and Joe Schoen up on out of there. Maybe the Giants owner said, hey, bro, like, I'm having a difficult time finding a reason to fire these guys. Just do me a favor and make my decision a lot easier for me. Because with how difficult this schedule is, Brian Daboll could be up on out of there before Thanksgiving.